disaster struck.
And it was the most pain I'd ever had in my just eyeballs. I thought my eyes were popping out of my head.
I feel like it's my job to keep the people that I love alive.
Welcome back to the Harley Malarkey podcast. This is Danielle Harley and my good friend Brian Malarkey.
And the old dog.
And the old dog, Brian Malarkey. And I am the young, tricksy, fun one, Harley D. Harley D in the house. Woo! Let's go party at the beach. Party at the beach.
I'm trying to be more fun, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, I can be kind of like serious, and especially because I don't really like to drink that much anymore. Like I don't know, say ridiculous things to people like I used to. But then you don't really meet as many strangers if you're not good at like random small talk. And so I'm just trying to say more random weird shit to people that I don't know that well to put myself out there.
I saw the king of this yesterday. We were at the local grocery store, Pavilions.
Yeah.
Not our favorite grocery store, but we were at Pavilions buying some stuff. And there was an old guy in the produce section that talked to everybody who came. He goes, "I love your hair." You know, he's a little bit like Hal.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like Hal, her father, and just like had comments for everyone. Was just brightening everybody's day. "Oh my God, I love your hair. You should be a newscaster," is what he said to me.
Oh wow.
I'm like, "Yo, bro, no one's
That's
ever
not
said that about my hair." Like I thought he might say you should be in like a '80s punk band or like a
no, I've never thought
a '90s
newscaster.
ska band because you got a little mohawk, faux hawk going on there, but not a newscaster. So I really love that. So he was out there. He is making the world a better place.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Even just like people I interact with on a daily basis, you just kind of go through the normal script of what you say to them, but I'm trying to make it interesting.
Well, in my Daily Dad, right, my most quoted book there is, Daily Dad had one the other day that was, don't ask your kids, like don't, be better than saying, "How was school? How'd you do on that test? You have a good day, blah, blah, blah." The small talk.
Yeah.
Like, be better than that. Start coming up with like ideas about what am I going to find out about my kid, and not what am I going to find out about my kid, what am I going to challenge my kid with. And they suggested like things like, "Hey, if you had money to give to charity, what charity would you give it to?"
Yeah.
If you had money to give away, how did you make this day special for somebody else? Not like, what did you do? How are you doing? What did you do for someone else? I did it. And I was like, hey, so I was like, Miles, like, what about, you did this? Sailor said, "I let these two boys cheat off. Max and Bryce got to cheat off my test today." I
don't know if we're supposed to put names on the internet of who's cheating here.
No, they're not. No, I don't think the teachers are definitely not listening to this podcast. They're far too busy looking over their hard curriculums they need to do in school. I don't know. It just, rather than just coming up with just the same old questions, come up with something that challenges them. And I love it. And I'm working on the way to school now. I start thinking, what odd question can I ask them about life?
I think that's great. I think you should have a few in your pocket, so when you're with strangers, you can like pull out one of those. But I think the other thing that's about like the man in the produce section, it forces you to be very present with the people you're around if you want to strike up random conversations. You have to notice what's unique about them. You have to notice something specific that they say to you that you can build off of. And so I think it's a way to be more present and engaged in your daily life. And I'm the type of person that when I go out of the house, I often don't wear makeup. I don't really want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. I just like to get my shit done and put my head down.
That's how you used to be.
That's how I used to be, but I don't want to be that way.
Like how, like yesterday?
Yeah, like yesterday, I was like that.
We're changed. Like, look at that.
Like
change is happening now.
I don't talk to anybody in my Pilates class. Like, I don't meet people anywhere. And I have friends, like my friend Elif. She moved here from Turkey, and I think you have to be that way when you move here from a foreign country. But we're friends because she came up to me at the bar and was like, "I want to be friends with you." And I was like, "Cool, I want to be friends with you too." So if you want your life to change, or if you want to have more interesting people in your orbit, you have to be different.
And I think we all do.
Yeah.
We all do. Even though you say you don't, you do want to have somebody. But what I find is the easiest way to meet people and say hello to people. And what I do professionally is I meet people. I walk up to tables at the restaurants all the time. And I have that, 30 seconds to 2-minute conversation with every table in the restaurant when I have the opportunity. But it's easy in a restaurant because I'm just like, "Oh my God, isn't that dish amazing? You're having fun. That's lovely." But what I do is I go, "Oh my God, I love your hat. I love your jacket. Oh my God, your shoes. Oh, look at that. Your glasses." Like anything. If you can compliment somebody immediately, it's just like they immediately are all yours.
People compliment me a lot, not to brag or
No,
anything.
like not like hot ass, like hey, those tits are good, like construction workers on the road.
No, just like women, like in Pilates, they'll be like,
Whoa,
"Oh, that's such
well
a
that's
cute
hot.
outfit," or like, "I love your shoes," and then I just like say thanks and I smile and I don't know, and then I'm like, "Well, should I give them a compliment back?" So I would like to know what's the best way to parlay a compliment into a real conversation, or you just add the compliment and then you talk to them.
I think I, as being a professional complimenter,
Yeah.
I find that they often will find something immediately that they want to compliment about you, right? And then you can just start small talking and think, oh my God, what are you up to? How's your day going? Good. Oh, you live here? What's going on? The general.
So return a compliment with the compliment.
I think a compliment with a compliment is very nice. You know what's the hardest one to compliment a compliment with?
What?
It's when you're walking your dog and somebody goes, "That's a beautiful dog." What do
Yeah.
you say there? Like I'm like, I know, or you should get to know this bitch.
That's usually what I say.
Yeah, wait, you don't know her.
Yeah.
She looks good from the outside. Like when somebody compliments, your baby,
Yeah.
it's a reflection upon you.
Yeah.
Right. But when you compliment a dog,
Well, you picked out the dog. Thanks. I have a good picker. I have good taste.
a picker, my pointer is a picker. I picked a good picker. But anyway, yeah, you're like, yeah, she like. I noticed she was beautiful also. Look at the dog's good look. It's a good looking dog.
Yeah, no, people do tell me Scout's beautiful all the time too, and my response is, yeah, but she's fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy. All right, what else we got? Oh, let's talk about what we did last night.
Last night, we went to the opening of Baby Grand, a new 17 or 18 room hotel on Coronado, kind of across the street from Hotel Del.
Slightly.
And it was gorgeous.
Okay, so this is Consortium Group, right? And this is Baby Grand. It's their second hotel in their portfolio. The first one being the Lafayette.
Yes.
This is Arsalan and Consortium. They've been. Arsalan and I kind of came up together in San Diego. He had a little restaurant called Neighborhood downtown in the Gas Lamp. We had the big seersucker down there.
Mm-hmm.
We'd go eat burgers. Puffer and I went over there. He'd come over and check out our place and see what's going on. We're obviously, we're starting in the same career. And to see where we've all gone, like I did all the fabric restaurants, we had the Urban Woods, the animes, all of these things that we've drawn. It's amazing. But to watch what Arsalan has done, it's just like this other stratosphere,
Yeah.
right? Like our restaurants are beautiful, they're busy, they're great, they have great longevity, people love them. But Arsalan does something completely different in Consortium. They build these meccas,
Living art pieces.
living art pieces. Yeah. What does he have? He has Ironside. He has Born and Raised. He has Morning Glory. He has a whole bunch of them up in the parks, the North Parks and South Parks and stuff where they don't allow me up there. There's a no malarkey clause up there. I don't know what it is. But all of these things, like the Lafayette and now, what's it called? Show Pony?
Baby Grand.
Baby Grand.
Brian's can't eat today, so we'll forgive him a little bit.
Baby Grand. But if you live in San Diego, you have got to go look at these. If you don't live in San Diego, you have to go visit these properties.
Layla, Starlight, yeah, they're
So
stunning.
many.
I mean, one of the things we learned last night, we're like, wow, these booths are amazing. Like, how'd you make them? They're like, well, we had some of the builders from Disneyland in
Because
here.
it looks like you're sitting in
Yeah.
rocks that are formed into booths. And I'm like, and some of the other ones like Starlight and Layla have a lot of rock formations. But it's fun. You can go to his earlier restaurants and kind of see the style he was doing and where the design has transformed and where it's at. And so the hottest one now is, what's it called?
Which one?
The one we went to last night.
Oh, the new one?
Yes.
Nighthawk.
No, the
What?
restaurant's called Nighthawk.
Baby Grand.
Baby Grand. Baby Grand. I mean, I love Ironside. I think it's the best named restaurant. One of my favorite restaurants. Jason McLeod's back there as the chef. They opened it 10 years ago. Just fun, raw design and stuff like that. Baby Grand. Out of a group that has, Born and Raised and, Morning Glory, Baby Grand. I'm like, well, I don't get the name.
No. I was thinking it's probably like Baby Grand Piano, maybe.
I don't know.
Their like logo too is a fly, which I didn't personally understand. Like it's on the menu, and I like looked away to talk to somebody. I looked down at my menu, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's a fly on my menu." And then I was like, "Oh, it's part of the design." But also thought that was a little odd. But
it's just the greenery and the fire and the details. Like you look at the smallest, the little skulls over here, and there's this over there. Every place you're looking, like it's almost
it's a work of art.
what do they call it? Maximalist.
Yeah, it's maximalist.
Maximalist. It's art. It's art, and I can't wait to go back. Even the suits the staff was wearing were like terry cloth. Were they not? What is it called? What are they all?
Velvet? Velour?
No.
Weren't
What's the
terry
type of
cloth.
shirts that you're trying to get me to wear that all the young?
Knit?
It's knitted suits.
They were not knitted.
100% they were. That was knitwear suits. Craziness.
No, they weren't.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, so it was fun. Alicia Keys was there. Tony Hawk was there. Everybody all the cool restaurateur people, the cool food writers, Troy Johnson, San Diego Magazine, just so many people.
I don't know if you can zoom in on this camera, but it's velvet or velour suits.
I touched it.
Yeah, it's not
I know
knit.
what velvet is. It was definitely not velvet.
It's not knit.
It was so fun for us, and we took the twins, who are 15 now, and they had a great time. It was complimentary drinks. Obviously, the teens didn't. None of us drank. We just sucked. But we had a lot of food. It was very Mediterranean. A lot of like hummuses.
Probably pretty similar menu to Layla in North Park, which is their Mediterranean spot.
The hotel rooms were ungodly, just insane. The foods and drinks you can get in your hotel room were out of this world. The bathtubs, the wallpaper, the light fixtures, the ornaments, the art. It's just crazy. So please go check those places out. Go look at them and then come eat at our places.
Yeah, I was like, that was a really nice ad you just did for him, but don't forget.
He
Brian.
doesn't need an ad. He
No.
doesn't even need an ad. And Arslan is just he's walking art also.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
It's very fun for us to have here in San Diego somebody that's just so dedicated to their craft. And like I know the guy that built the restaurant, and I know the guy that designed the kitchen. I know these people. It's just what they're doing. San Diego is a hotbed for greatness. We saw Chef Travis Swikert there. Chef Tara from Anime was there. There's so many cool people. Victor Jimenez from Cowboy Star. I mean, I had so much fun running into so many people at this thing last night. So I just want to tell everybody about this amazing venue.
Yeah, we're out on the town, and Brian's happy to be out on the town.
Also out on the town.
But Arslan,
one thing did come up last night that was very thing. Was I realized that I am not as fashionable as I would like to be. I got to get to, I don't know where to shop. I don't know where a man shops these days.
Well, I would say don't approach it like you approach everything else and feel the need to do it all at once. I feel like
you have to pick up art pieces as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just kind of look, you ask the universe to start putting some cooler, interesting pieces in your way, and you collect them.
It's not like the old day where I could just go to Banana Republic or J. Crew and just get some really horrible clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that anymore. We have to have personal touches to our clothes. I'm going to do that. I'm doing it right now.
Fashion ends
world,
up in
world, bring me
landfills.
just a couple pieces of really cool clothes. All right. I like my pant wear right now. I got good shoes, but my shirts are lacking. I don't know what to get for shirts. Please help me, universe.
Good. And then Arslan asked Brian last night as we were leaving, he was like, how is the food? What sucked? And Brian's like, everything was amazing. You're amazing. This is amazing. I was like, he didn't eat any of the food because he has a colonoscopy on Friday and he's
just drop me right in front of him. I was like,
and so yeah, he's fasting. Yesterday he was allowed to eat a little bit of food. Today it's just chicken broth and lemonade. But I think
lemonade's got me up.
Yeah, he's feeling a little wired right now.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous for him to do it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. He wanted to do a whole episode on the colonoscopy.
We are going to do a whole episode on colonoscopy.
You haven't even gotten the colonoscopy yet. How are we supposed to do a whole episode on
invasive thing it goes in my ass.
I think so.
We don't know. So anyway, yeah, this is my first one. I'm 53, and from what I've been hearing, I'm too. I should have gotten them.
Getting them at age 45.
45.
Nobody told you that?
I'm an anal virgin. I'm an anal virgin. I have not lost my virginity in my buttocks, and tomorrow I will. I
don't know if that statement's entirely true, but
shut up. Why? Because you try to stick a finger up there once or twice?
Yeah.
That does not take your virginity away.
But a camera does?
As far as deep as it's going, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say that's invasive.
So what do we want to talk about? We just got back from Costa Rica, and I want to do a little bit of a travel recap.
Okay. We did a dinner recap. Now we're doing our vacation recap.
Yeah.
Oh, because you heard on the last podcast that we went down there to get pregnant.
Yeah, well, we don't have any news for you yet.
But we had a lot of sex. Lots and lots of sex. Daily sex.
I don't think they need to know that, but yeah, we gave
Well,
ourselves
they don't. They
a
can't
good.
just think that the storks bring the
We
babies.
gave ourselves a good shot. I ovulated while we were there. Wish us the best.
I mean,
I think this is
performances were
more
spectacular.
information than I need
You
anybody to
know,
know.
if there was any like ghost in the room, they had a show to see. I'll just tell you that.
So we went there. One, I wanted to get pregnant, but two, I was like, can we go on this trip because your kids get out of school at the end of this month. You're building a new restaurant this summer. Like this summer is going to be crazy. This is kind of like the last week that I see that you and I can have time to ourselves to like just connect. And you're like, sure, let's book it.
Let's go. I said.
And I didn't realize, I think, how badly we really needed this time to get away together until we were there.
I didn't know until we got there that she actually didn't even like me anymore.
No.
It's kind of true. No,
What?
nothing.
That I didn't even like you anymore?
I'm just kidding. We really we had
I learned
we had
that
a little
I
we had
learned that he
friction.
didn't really like me anymore.
we had some built up friction for just traveling, life, and doing that stuff. And
I don't even know that it was like friction, but I think we travel so much. Like I kind of thought we got our away time and our alone time, but I realized all the travel we do is like we're doing something for Brian's work. If we go to Bend, we spend quality time together, but he's very focused on being at his restaurant that he's not at very often. And he has a million ranch projects he needs to work on, supposedly. And we went to Miami, but he was there for a food and wine festival, and he had multiple events. And, it was like when we finally got time to hang out, the two of us, he's exhausted. And so we do a lot of things, but we don't really do things that don't have some sort of goal.
we don't
or some
often
sort
do
of
things where we don't have
reason
to do
them.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just even like the first day we got there, just the way that like Brian was exhausted because we had the most uncomfortable seats and we had a red eye. He got 0 hours of sleep according to his Aura ring on the night getting there.
Or a ring.
But
0.
even when we were just hanging out in the pool, like waiting for our Airbnb to be ready, like just the way he was like laughing and moving around, I was like, oh my gosh, he like is different. Like he doesn't have the weight of the world on his shoulders right now. Like he's excited to be on vacation.
Costa Rica was amazing. We spent a few days on the Guanacaste Peninsula. We did some swimming, a lot of sleeping. It's pretty amazing when you just lay around and you just like have sex and eat good food and enjoy life and and go for walks and swims. It's so amazing. It's really reinvigorating. Then we went to the mountains and it was like spiritual and it was just so beautiful. If you haven't spent time up in the mountains in Costa Rica, up at Arnold, it's like a spiritual experience. And we got real spiritual one night.
Yeah, I mean, it was very nice to be there. I love being in Costa Rica. I've been a bunch of times. We started on the Playa Flamingo Potrero side, which is like close to Tamarindo. We both decided we really never need to end up in Tamarindo again.
I got offered cocaine like 5 times, and I was like, bro, just ask your friend across the road. You see, I didn't buy it over there. I'm not going to buy it right here. Why would I buy it from you?
It's kind of like old school Cabo, but like worse. I don't know.
Coca. Yo.
We did go on this really nice sailing tour in the morning, and we went to this beach. It was probably the most beautiful beach I've ever been to in Costa Rica. Like white sand beach, crystal clear blue water, actually really great snorkeling. And we were swimming back to the boat, and
Why does everything turn out to like a little like not as much fun as I thought it was going to be? My story was better. We did this. The coast was beautiful. Then we went to the mountains.
No, we're gonna
I thought we were going to talk about our deep conversation we had and how our listeners could actually use it to maybe potentially better themselves or to explore that possibility.
You didn't write the outline for the podcast.
Okay.
So my point is we are swimming back to the boat to go have lunch, and I turn around and I don't see Brian anywhere. And I kind of panic for a second. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? And I see another snorkeler. I'm like, that's not him. And then I'm like, oh my God, there's all these sand dollars that I'm seeing.
There's like 3 people on this whole beach. So I don't know what other snorkeler was in our area.
There was one other, and it wasn't you. And I was like, that motherfucker dove down like 25 feet because he's trying to get one of those sand dollars. And I still look around, no Brian, no Brian. And then finally you pop up, and I'm like, okay, thank God he's alive. We swim back to the boat. And I was like, I knew you were going to go down there to get one of those sand dollars. And he was like, oh my God, what happened?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, what happened?
So anyway, so there's these cool sand dollars, and I saw one down there, and it was so beautiful, and I was like going, oh my God, that's so amazing. And I had been going down, but I've been suffering from a lot of sinus problems. I have a lot of allergies right now, and I had gone down and cleared my ears, and I know what I'm doing, right? And so I was swimming around, and the people on the beach told us they'd seen a tiger shark, a bull shark, a few days earlier, the day before, and Harley was like, as we were swimming by the boat, she goes, "Where are you going?" I'm looking for the shark. Like, I want to find the shark. And she's like, I think it's lunchtime. We have to go. And so I kind of do a slow roundabout, hoping I might see the shark. And I see this beautiful sand dollar. And it's not like a sand dollar we get here in San Diego, but it's the one with the cool holes in it and stuff. And it was biggest I've ever seen. And when you can see it big from way up here, it's really big. So I get my big breath, boom, boom, and I go down, and I'm clearing, and all of a sudden I'm having a hard time clearing that last one because my nasal's congested and stuff like that. And I'm like, fuck it. And I'm like 5 feet from it, and I was like, I can go. And I just start swimming for it. My head just goes, and like I can't see. I'm like going, oh God. And it was the most pain I'd ever had in my just eyeballs. I thought my eyes were popping out of my head. And I'm like, 8 inches from it, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking explode my brain. I've got to get the sand on. And I had to abort and leave up. And I went up like 5 feet, and I just sat there for a minute going, oh my God, are you okay? Like, everything intact? And then I came up, I was like, whew.
And I immediately knew something was wrong. He got back to the boat, and he was a little out of it. And I was like, what happened? He's like, oh my God, my face almost exploded down there.
I'm like putting pressure on my, like right here, like, oh my God, I can't see.
And so it really brought back my PTSD, because if you remember, the last time we went on vacation together, we went to Italy.
A vacation.
Yeah, a vacation. We went to Italy, and we went on a boat. We had the greatest time ever, and we were like, we're so carefree, we're so happy, just how we were feeling on this trip. And then disaster struck. It didn't end up being disaster. Everything is fine, but in my
near death isn't disaster.
In my nervous system, it is disaster. And so I'm just like, oh my God, is this going to happen again? Is my beautiful trip going to be ruined by something scary? Am I going to be in a fucking Costa Rican hospital because my boyfriend exploded some fucking vein in his head? And so I asked him like probably 8 times. I'm like, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? And he had a headache, and the headache wasn't going away, and it was definitely a little out of it.
No, what I kept saying was like, I'm okay. I did.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta stop worrying about it. I'm okay. I'll let you know if it develops. I have a headache, but it will go away, right?
But this is a guy who, has had a history. We found out his gut's a little off, and he's like, oh yeah, I ask him all the time. I was like, how's your gut feel? And he's like, oh, it feels great. It's amazing. It's perfect. And then he found out his gut's off. He's like, yeah, I've had major gut issues for like 3 or 6 months. And I'm like, okay, you've been telling me that it's amazing.
I said food has not made me feel good for a while.
But I ask you every day. And then also we found out he had like some inflammation potentially in his balls. From the vasectomy reversal. And I asked him a million times, how do your balls feel?
How your balls
feel? They feel amazing.
They feel better if they're in your hands.
And then we got this test done, and I was like, just so you know, this shows that you have some inflammation. He's like, oh, I've been getting pain in my balls for 9 months. And I'm like, 9 months? And so
because when you get a vasectomy, your balls hurt for about 6 to 9 months. So I was like, oh, the untie must also hurt for 6 to 9 months.
But it's not supposed to, because
I don't want to worry you. So I'm an old dog, and so I'm just like, no, everything's okay. I'm just fine.
Yeah, so based on some of these pieces of information and other things, I don't fully trust him when he says, I'm okay, I'm just fine. I'm like, oh, well, you're fucking lying to me, or you just don't even know what okay is.
So, yes, I did have a bit of a headache for that day. And when I went to bed that night, I kind of looked up and I looked at her and I said, oh, this is my last night of sleep. I've had a good run, right? And so I woke up the next morning and fuck, here I am.
Thank God.
But this brought up a lot. So this should just be the basis of this podcast, I think. We can't go to the next part. We have to just finish this.
Yeah.
Okay, I love
this. What's the next part?
Our inner child.
Well, no, this leads to that, basically.
Oh, I guess it does. Yeah, okay. I see the path she's walking on now.
So Brian was he got really angry. Then when we're driving home and I'm like, okay, it seems like he's going to live, he was all like sullen and angry. And I'm like, are you mad at me? And he's like, I'm just kind of in a bad mood. He was like, I just get pissed off when you're like asking me if I'm okay a million times. It's annoying and it pisses me off. And I'm like, okay, well, I understand that. And I can see that that's annoying, but I'm not doing it to piss you off. I'm doing it because I think I'm still a little traumatized. Like I'm really scared of something happening to you again. And I don't want to be this way, but it would help me if you could kind of calmly comfort me instead of just getting mad at me in these situations. He's like, oh, okay, sure, whatever.
But what I realized is then I kept asking, I was like, why early in our relationship did you never fucking ask me if I was okay? And like, I didn't really realize that. And she kind of was like, well, I figured you're like 50 years old. You made it this far. I thought you were kind of like battle worn and tough. Like bulletproof. Like when I got drunk and crashed my e-bike and all those things. And then I didn't remember this one. You just came up the other day. She's like, oh, that was the day that you wrecked your e-bike with the dog. And I was like, fuck yeah, I forgot about that. Like Scout ripped me off my e-bike when she saw like a squirrel run across the road, and I just ate shit. I hit so fucking hard. And I was sober at that point.
Yeah, you broke a rib for sure.
Oh gosh.
And you said you hit your head too.
And what was amazing about those was like she never fucking asked if I was okay. I was like, no, you understand, I almost fucking died. She's like, okay, like not scared at all, but it was the near death in Italy that triggered a bunch of stuff in her. And now if I snivel wrong, she's like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like she since that 6-7 months now.
Yeah.
She's been very scared about everything, and it's gotten really fucking annoying.
Yeah, no, I mean, it drives me fucking crazy, too. Like, I don't want to be this way, but I've been this way.
I want to go back to, like, the battle-worn 50-year-old, like, who can fall on his fucking head, and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever.
It was really nice. It was, like, very comforting for me to be like, oh, this guy's, he's fully formed. Like, he's got this. It was nice, and I want to get back to that place, and I think that I can. But I was explaining to him, I was like, this was, like, what happened in Italy was very traumatic for me. And, like, I don't know, people throw around the word trauma, but it was something that stuck in me as a trauma. And this is a familiar, well-worn pathway in my brain. Like I was telling Brian, when I was like 7 years old, my parents took me to therapy because I had gotten this new dog that I was so madly in love with. And for whatever reason, I was so terrified that he was going to run away and get hit by a car. And I'd like yell at my dad if he ever left the front door open. I'd scream at my dad if he left the garage door open. Like anything that was going to hurt this dog, I was just like losing my mind over. So as a 7-year-old kid, I walked around holding my like 25-pound dog just for like 6 hours a day. And I was just like kind of reflecting on like, why do I have this like such a strong fear of loss for like the people and things that I really care about? And so it kind of came up in Costa Rica where I reflected back on all these moments of like this time when my dad like passed out and I gave him CPR and he's clearly alive and like snoring and breathing. And my mom's on the phone with 911 being like, my husband's dead. My husband's dead.
How old were you?
I was like probably 10 or 11 in that one. Or I just thought of this other time, like we had one of those pulley things in the backyard that you want to get for the lake.
Line?
Yeah, and I pulled my brother up to the top of it, and when he was at the top, he like slipped off and let go, and he fell on his chin, and he knocked himself out. And my mom called 911. She's like, my daughter killed my son. My daughter killed my son. I don't know if she said that on the phone. She might have just said, my son is dead. But then she was like, you did it. You did it. You tickled his feet. And I was like, I didn't tickle his feet. I just pulled him to the top. Anyways, not to trauma dump on all of you, but all of these experiences where I was scared already, I never had an adult I never had my mom come to me and be like, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. It was like, if I was worried about her, like, are you going to die, Mom? She'd be like, I don't know. I don't know. And so anytime I was scared, I had somebody make me even more scared. And that's the best explanation I can come up with for now why I'm still so crazy about all of this stuff.
Your mom threw gas on the fire.
Yes.
Anytime a little something happened, major drama happened, and typically she would blame you for it.
Yeah. And
that's really tough.
So I think
sucks.
In some way, thank you. I feel like it is my responsibility. I think there were other things. Like I wrote a Substack about my mom lately, so you can hear all about my relationship with her. But I have this like
Substack plug-in.
Yeah, Brian said it was a great post.
Yeah. Okay.
He sent it to a bunch of people. But because of a lot of things I've gone through, I have this hyper responsibility that I feel for other people. Like, I feel like it's my job to keep the people that I love alive.
Your previous relationship from mine.
Yeah, my previous relationship before Brian, my partner had like some childhood trauma and therefore addiction issues, and I did have to keep him safe at times. And so it's just this well-worn pattern of hyper responsibility that got triggered by Brian's thing.
Yes, so I can see how that childhood trauma would affect you. So when that was triggered again, it was a lot in your previous relationship, but then when you found this battle weary 50-year-old who was fully formed, as you said, you were like, God damn, I got a fucking man, like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Like this motherfucker's tough as nails. Like he falls off his bike all the fucking time and he's still doing good, you know?
Yeah.
And like he ain't broke nothing yet. He gets up every morning. So you're like, God damn, I got a good man. And then, unfortunately, my body gave out on me in Italy, and that triggered you to be scared of losing me as an old, crippled, weak man, which is what I feel like every time you're like, are you okay? Does it feel, are you telling the truth? Tell me the truth. Look at me. You know, I'm like, I feel like a little weak old man who's like frail and this. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like a tough, mean, some bitch.
Yeah.
And I am that cowboy, and I'm back in shape, and I'm feeling good and stuff like that. And so when I almost blow my brains out accidentally for going too deep without clearing my nasal cavity, I can handle it. I can fucking handle it. Because I was raised completely opposite of you. Rather than, oh, somebody might die, something's going to be scary, somebody's emergency happens. In my upbringing, like, no big deal. Nothing was a big deal. Oh, whatever. Get up. You're fine.
Brian got like kicked in the head by a horse, and
They recorded it and made fun of it.
he lost his memory for like 2 weeks.
2 days.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, they found me on the front yard with like a severe brain injury, and they made videos of me and told me lies and like, Brian, you're in the first grade. Brian, so and so's not your girlfriend. So and so, and like they're just like telling me lies until they got to the hospital laughing, and then they strapped me in. They pulled my head down. They're like, this guy has major brain damage or brain trauma, and they took me in an ambulance across the road to the real hospital. So that's the kind of shit. Like we got bucked off horse. Get back on. Like there was no heartache there.
Yeah.
We were cowboy, you know, ready to roll. So I have the opposite of that. So what we learned from that is that Danielle should not ask me if I'm okay anymore. Is that right?
No, but I think we did. I explained to Brian because he gets mad at me, and I was like, I'm working on this. Like, I need you to understand, I really do not want to be this way. And something that Brian said to me is, and I said, like, I don't want to be, if I'm this way with you, like, I can only imagine how I would be with my baby, like, you know? And I don't want to be this way with my baby. I don't want to be waking up 20 times in the middle of the night to check if my baby's still breathing. And I wake up at the middle of the night to check that this baby is still breathing. So like my brain is a little messed up right now. So I'm like, I really do want to work on this. And he's like, you have to work on this, you know, before you have a baby. You don't want to instill panic in your future baby. And that was like, I'm sure I've thought of this, but just like hearing him say it that way, I was like, God, no, I don't. I don't want my baby to think that the world is a scary place and that disaster's around every corner, which is when I get stuck in these loops, like that's how I feel, is like that the world is a scary place and there's disaster around each corner. And it's my job to like keep the people I love safe. And it's fucking exhausting. But I think what was helpful about that, one, is like just, okay, I have a lot of awareness around this and it's something that's important for me to work on. But two, is that I think Brian was able to really soften to it while we were on our trip. And like, I was like, can you see that this is not me trying to be controlling? This is like a really scared little girl inside of me that just wants everything to be okay. And can you treat that with a little bit more kindness and softness? And I think he was able to see that and was able to be like, realize how much he really loves me. That's what you said.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
You say that part.
So I just told her I really loved her.
No.
No, it's just I was taking it all at face value, going, just fucking relax, leave me alone. But then when she told me of the childhood experiences she had had around this and how almost watching me die in front of her really triggered all of that, I of course was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It makes sense to me now. Something So yes, that brought us really close together, and then we realized that we actually have to help each other solve. Oh my God, this is funny. We have to help each other solve our childhood wounds, because in one of our earlier episodes, we referred to little Joe, my scared little boy who was always scared of getting left, or scared that wasn't enough for mom, just scared for so many things. My little child is little Joe from Bonanza, which is even old for me. So most of you do not know what I'm talking about. But we came to learn that Danielle also has probably a lot of little children inside of her, but one of them is called Rosie. Little Rosie. Is it little Rosie?
Yeah, it was Rosie, which this came from when I think about this memory, I'm just like, this is so wild. But when I was in probably first and second grade, I think it lasted for more than 1 year, I had these two best friends. And every day at recess, we played this game called Rosie. And what Rosie is that I was Rosie. And my two friends, Jessica and Jennifer, the whole game was me bossing them around all of recess and telling them what to do. So I was really tiny, and they were both really tall. One of them is 6'1" or 6'2" now. And so that was my justification why I bossed them around. But I'd be like, carry me here. Take me to the slide. Take me over here. Do this. And that was our whole game, was Rosie telling them what to do. And one of the girls' moms called and said, hey, we think Rosie's a really great game, but we think that everybody should have to take turns of being Rosie. Danielle doesn't just get to be Rosie every day. And as soon as that was brought into the picture, the game fell apart, and we never played.
Yeah, because Rosie said, if I can't be Rosie, there is no fucking game. So sometimes Danielle, in her being worried, gets bossy, gets very controlling. And she tells me the story, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's little Rosie. You're giving me little Rosie shit right now. And not only are you making me feel like you're scared that I might die, now you're my boss, and you boss me around and tell me what to do. And when we're driving, she's like, I was like, easy, Rosie. And Roseanne Barr, I think there was a cartoon called Little Rosie, with Roseanne Barr playing Rosie herself. And so now I get to make fun of her when she starts kind of getting a little fired up and getting a little too pushy and bossy. I'm like, easy, little Rosie. So if you can find, and then it makes us laugh, and we're immediately in a much better place. So if you can find and identify your inner child, your inner children, and utilize that, because when I'm really pissed off, she'll be like, yo, is little Joe kind of running the show right now? And I'm like, fuck you, little Joe doesn't run the show. And then I'm like, yeah, he is. Yeah, little Joe's telling you to fuck off right now. And when she gets bossy, which happens when she's scared, then we're like, yo, little Rosie, ring ring, it's one of the parents right here again. Let's take turns being the bossy one. How about I get to be the boss today? So it's kind of fun, and that's a great way to kind of defuse situations.
Yeah, it is.
Talk to the nicknames of the little children that are the ones that get scared, happy, not happy, the ones that get scared, the ones that get angry, that get flustered. Those are all things that are coming up for you that most of the time the other person did not do to you. It's just something that they said that is a reflection of something that happened to you in the past.
Yeah, getting so good, which is a internal family systems thing. And the reason why the humor and the naming them works is because when people get super worked up and I'm super in my fearful place, or Brian's super in his angry place, according to IFS, it means we've blended with our parts. We become part of them. But if you're able to call it out and be like, hey, is that little Joe? Then your big capital S self is able to be like, oh yeah, this isn't me. I'm not this little angry man. I can look at that part of me and separate myself. Why does little Joe have to be a little angry man? Why can't he be a tall, tough?
His
name's Little Joe. You named him.
Oh, that's true. He is a little man. But little Joe on the show,
you're creating some distance from your emotions, and it works. So yeah, we had a lovely trip to Costa Rica.
We had a great trip to Costa Rica.
Hopefully we made a baby.
We came back more in love than ever.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Rosie?
Yes.
And so, yeah, those were just a lot of fun, good thoughts and things to throw out there.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Harley Malarkey Podcast, where we share some fun stories and we give a little bit of advice that we think might just make your life more fun, more filled.
Yeah, we share our own perspective in hopes that it'll cause you to look within. So please subscribe, tell a friend, join the adventure that is the Harley Malarkey Podcast.